Hello, Episode 6, Day 3 of Most Expected Topics for Prelims 2020. 26th topic, National War Memorial. National War Memorial, which was recently inaugurated at Delhi. The memorial is located at India Gate. The layout of the structure comprises four concentric circles. What is this four concentric circles? The Amar Chakra, circle of immortality. Veer Chakra, the circle of bravery. Tyaga Chakra, circle of sacrifice. Raksha Chakra, circle of protection. The bust of 21 awards of the Paramavira Chakra are also installed at the Paramayuddha Sthal. These four are important, you need to remember this. Amar Chakra, Veera Chakra, Tyaga Chakra, Rakshaka Chakra. The National War Memorial also commemorates the soldiers who participated and made supreme sacrifices in United Nations peacekeeping missions, humanitarian assistance, disaster relief operations, counter-insurgency operations, and low-intensity conflict operations. So it's not only about the war front and combat operations, also who participated in peacekeeping missions, also participated in humanitarian assistance, relief, counter-insurgency operations, and low-intensity conflict operations. So these 4 points are important: Amar Chakra, Veer Chakra, Tyaga Chakra, Rakshak Chakra. Without the following chakras are not present at National War Memorial, India Gate. So, which are present is Amar Chakra, Veera Chakra, Tyaga Chakra, and Rakshaka Chakra. Very significant for remembering the ultimate sacrifice of life of the officers. Since independence, more than 25,000 personnel have been martyred during India-China War in 1962, India-Pakistan War in 1947, 1965, and 1971. The Indian peacekeeping force operations in Sri Lanka and the conflict in Kargil War in 1999. The proposal for a National War Memorial was first made in 1960s. In 2015, the Cabinet gave in principle approval for War Memorial construction at India Gate Complex, New Delhi. In 2016, after an international competition to design of the memorial, Chennai-based architecture company VB Design Lab was being selected. This is also important. In statements, this question will be asked. VB Design Lab was been the company which won the bid for the designing the war memorial. This point is very important. Next, Financial Action Task Force Grey List. The Financial Action Task Force, after its 5-day plenary in 2019 in Paris, decided to keep Pakistan on the grey list. However, it has warned that Pakistan will be put on the blacklist if it does not control terror funding by February 2020. But still it is in the grey list only. It has been reported that immediate blacklisting of Pakistan did not garner the consensus of all Financial Action Task Force members. Members means member countries. India led a diplomatic offensive against Pakistan for its blacklisting. France, the US, and the European Union countries supported India. China, Turkey, and Malaysia resisted India's efforts. You know that China is the best supporter for Pakistan. What is this Financial Action Task Force? Prelims point of view. It is an intergovernmental body established in 1989 during the G7 summit in Paris. Intergovernmental means different countries forming into a group called as Financial Action Task Force. The objective of the Financial Action Task Force to set up standards and promote effective implementation of legal, regulatory, and operational measures for combating money laundering, terrorist financing, and other threats to the integrity of the international financial system. Mainly, the major motto of Financial Action Task Force is to cut the financial support to the terrorist organizations. Its secretariat is located at the Paris Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. In that building only, in that headquarter only, this Financial Action Task Force headquarter is also located. The member countries as of 2019, it consists of 37 members. India is one of the members. Financial Action Task Force has two lists, grey list and black list. Now, Pakistan is in grey list. What is this grey list? Countries that are considered safe haven for supporting terror funding and money laundering are put in the Financial Action Task Force grey list. This inclusion serves as a warning to the country that it may enter into the blacklist. So, before entering into the blacklist, this is a warning signal that you are into the grey list. We have information that you are funding the terrorist activities. So, you need to control. If not, we will put it into blacklist. Countries known as non-cooperative countries or terrorists are put in the blacklist. These countries support terror funding and money laundering activities. The Financial Action Task Force revises the blacklist regularly, adding or deleting entries. The Financial Action Task Force plenary is the decision-making body of the Financial Action Task Force. It meets 3 times every year. So this is about Financial Action Task Force. So you have to remember about the Financial Action Task Force, 37 members, what is grey list, what is blacklist. 28th topic is Henley Passport Index 2020. Henley and Partners, the residence and citizenship planning firm, has published the Henley Passport Index for 2020 according to the number of destinations the respective passport holders can access without a prior visa. So where I can go without a visa, just with the passport. So they assessed this. So wherever I can go without visa, just with my passport, just by carrying the passport. The ranking is based on data from the International Air Transport Association, a trade association of some 290 airlines, including all major carriers. The index includes 199 different passports and 227 different travel destinations. The Henley Passport Index was launched in 2006 with the aim of providing a global picture of freedom of traveling. So, in prelims point of view, we can expect the question like this. Henley Index 2020, he won't mention passport. Henley and Partner Index 2020 is the index for what? It is for to study about the freedom of traveling. Freedom of traveling. Key point, Japan has the world's strongest passport, whereas Afghanistan has the weakest. That means anyone can duplicate it. Japan has been topping the index for 3 years continuously. Singapore in second place, followed by Germany, and South Korea both shares the third position in the index. Freedom of traveling. Important is Henley Partner Index 2020 is the report or is the index which is given for what? It is given for freedom of traveling. Freedom of traveling means where we can travel without the visa. In Europe, only Serbia is the country where we can travel without the visa. The Indian passport is closer to the bottom, ranked 84 in the world. The Indian passport ranked higher in both 2019 82nd and 2018 81st, and now it is 84th. Yes. That means we are degrading more. Serbia is the only European country to which Indian passport holders can travel visa free. There is no major or developed country to which Indian passport holders have visa free access. So prelims point of view very important. Which country in Europe where Indians can travel without visa is Serbia. The USA and UK both countries are in 8th place in 2020, a significant decline from the rank 1 they jointly held in 2015. The top 10 most powerful passports for 2020 are Japan, Singapore, South Korea, Germany, Italy, Finland, Spain, USA and UK, Luxembourg and Denmark. So prelims point of view, what is very, very important. And the next is cyber security. According to Ernst Young's latest Global Information Security Survey, India edition, one of the highest number of cyber threats have been detected in India, and the country ranks second in terms of targeted attacks. Although banking and telecom are the most attacked sectors, but manufacturing, healthcare and retail have also faced a significant number of cyber attacks. So cyber security. Cyber security is protecting cyberspace, including critical information infrastructure from attack like nuclear corporations, production of nuclear energy, like defense establishments, like space establishments where critical informations are present. Those are called as critical information infrastructure from attack, damage, misuse and economic espionage. Cyberspace, a global domain within the information environment consisting of the interdependent network of information technology infrastructures, including the internet, telecommunication networks, computer systems and embedded processors and controllers. Critical information infrastructures, according to section 70 clause 1 of the Information Technology Act, CII critical information infrastructure is defined as a computer resource, the incapacitation or destruction of which shall have debilitating impact on national security, national economy, national public health, or the safety. That particular infrastructures are called as critical information infrastructures. Prelims point of view, very, very important. So what will come under critical infrastructure, critical information infrastructure? Those are national security, economy, public health, and safety. And we will be understanding different types of cyber attacks. Cyber attack, it is a malicious and deliberate attempt by an individual or organization to breach the information system of another individual or the organization. To breach, to cheat, to copy it, to duplicate it. So there are types of cyber attacks. Prelims point of view, very, very important. Malware, phishing, denial of service attack, DOS, denial of service attacks, man in the middle. Malware, short for malicious software, it is called as malware. Refers to any kind of software that is designed to cause damage to a single computer server or computer network, like ransomware, spyware, worms, viruses, trojans are all varieties of malware, where it will look like in a software, we will update it or we will download it or we will use it, hence the virus will enter into our, or malware will enter into our system. Either it may be a desktop or a laptop or iPod or a mobile phone also. That is malware. What is phishing? It is a method of trying to gather personal information using deceptive emails and websites. Deceptive emails. Nowadays we are getting a lot of emails, deceptive emails. Open this, open that, open this, open that. That is called as phishing. Entering into our system by wrong emails. Denial of service attacks, DOS. A denial of service attack is an attack meant to shut down a machine or network, making it inaccessible to its intended users. Denial of service attacks accomplish this by flooding the target with traffic or sending it information that triggers a crash. So what does it mean to shut down a machine? By flooding it with lot of information which is invalid, which is wrong information, or sending information that triggers a cache. That is called as denial of service. So as the system gets closed down, we cannot provide the service. That is a new form of attacks, cyber attacks, denial of service attack, DOS. Man in the middle attacks, also known as eavesdropping attacks. Eavesdropping attacks occur when attackers insert themselves into a two-party transactions. Once the attackers interrupt the traffic, they can filter and steal the data. This is man in the middle. He will be observing. He will be, once the attacker interrupts the traffic, they can filter and steal the data. For example, if someone is watching our Facebook, someone is watching our Facebook data or Instagram data, he is following. So if man in the middle means he can take our data. He can intercept our data. That is called as man in the middle. Like the best example is, I will be chatting with another person. The time he is busy with me, as he is busy with me, the other person is busy with me, I will be using my software technology and I will be entering into the computer. As he is busy, as he is unnoticed, I will be entering into the computer and I will be stealing the data of that particular person. That is man in the middle. RBI's monetary policy. This is old monetary policy, but what we need to remember, see, prelims point of view, no need to remember any monetary policy. No need to remember any monetary policy. What are the changes happening in repo rate? What are the changes happening in reverse repo rate? No need to remember. But what we need to remember means what is repo rate, what is repo rate, that you need to understand. In its third bi-monthly policy statement of the current financial year 2019-20, the Reserve Bank of India's Monetary Policy Committee has cut the repo rate for the fourth time in the row. The Monetary Policy Committee slashed repo rate by 35 basis point to 5.40%, the lowest in over 9 years. Right now, because of the COVID, they reduced more the repo rate. The Monetary Policy Committee also revised downwards the GDP growth for financial year 20 from 7% in the June policy to 6.9% in August, in the range of 5.8 to 6.6% for the first half of fiscal year 20. And 7.3 to 7.5% for the second half, with risk somewhat tilted to the downside. So all the GDP speculations, GDP numbers you have to remember for the bank exam, but not for UPSC exam. But you need to understand what are the conditions, what are the factors responsible for the decline in GDP. All this has been done to support the sluggish economic growth and to stimulate the aggregate demand. Other decisions taken by the RBI are, the RBI has decided to allow round-the-clock fund transfer through NEFT from December 2019 in order to promote digital transactions. National Electronic Fund Transfer. National Electronic Fund Transfer operated by the RBI as a retail payment system is available for customers from 8 am to 7 pm on all working days with the exception of the second and fourth working days of the month. Now they change it to round the clock. The NEFT system is used for fund transfer up to 2 lakhs and more than 2 lakhs it is RTGS, real time gross settlement. Earlier in its June monetary policy, the RBI had done away with the charges on fund transfer through RTGS and NEFT routes to boost digital transaction and asked banks to pass on the benefits to the customers. The real-time gross settlement system is meant for larger value more than 2 lakhs, instantaneous fund transfers. It has allowed National Payments Corporation of India NPCI operated Bharat Bill Payment Service Hub to enable payments for all recurrent billers except prepaid recharges. At present, it is available only for DTH services, electricity, gas, telecom and water bills. Allowing all billers to plug into BPPS would mean that all payment providers will be able to offer customers anytime, anywhere, payment service for every biller from their own sites or locations. Now, up to now, the Bharat Bill Payment Service is limited. Now, they want to diversify it. For non-banking financial companies, the central bank had decided to raise a bank's exposure limit to a single NBFC to 20% of its Tier 1 capital from 15%. The hike will enable banks to increase the credit flow to big NBFCs. That means non-banking financial companies whereby every bank, public sector bank or the scheduled commercial banks will be having non-banking financial companies. To that particular non-banking financial companies, they can pump the money for the sake of lending. So what you have to remember is, what is NEFT, what is RTGS, what is Bharat Bill Payment System, what is National Payments Corporation of India and what is Monetary Policy Committee. You have to understand prelims point of view. Thank you. And tomorrow, day 4, episode 9, we will come up with, episode 7 we come up with, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.